Apple Blossom coverage on the NCWLIFE channel is brought to you in part by Coldwell Banker Cascade, encouraging you to leave your mark. Coldwell Banker Cascade is guiding you home in North Central Washington. We continue our opportunity to meet the top 10 candidates this week here on the NCWLIFE channel. Right now we get a chance to meet Ava Norris, who is the daughter of Jessica Norris Chapman. Hi, Ava.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Thanks for taking the time to come by today. I wanted you to first, before I get into my list of questions, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, I'm a senior at Eastmont High School. I moved here about 6 months ago, and I am so excited for the Apple Blossom pageant next Saturday.
I wanted you to tell us about, moving here and then choosing to do this. How did that all happen?
Well, we moved here because my mom was she's always lived the Wenatchee Valley, and she was gonna move here anyway after I graduated. And then because of COVID and everything, she figured why not move a year early? And I fit in a lot quicker than I thought I was going to. I absolutely love Eastmont. It's definitely my favorite school I've ever been to. And the royalty advisor, Debbie, at the high school kept pulling me into her office saying, you should join Apple Blossom, you should join Apple Blossom. And I was like, okay, why not? So I decided to try it, and I am so glad that she convinced me to do it because I haven't regretted it for a second.
You being a swimmer, when did you first learn that you had a love for water?
I've always had a love for water ever since I was a baby. If I was to go through the photos my grandparents took of me when I was little, of me at 3 months old, a year old, just always my entire life, I was just drawn to the water, and my family called me their little fish. And in 3rd grade, I decided to do my summer league swim team, and I was a natural, and I fell in love with the sport.
You say in your bio you want to become a nurse.
Yes.
Why?
I've always wanted to go into the medical field. I love science. I have probably twice the science credits that I need to graduate, and it's just because I've always found it so fascinating, and I love anything that has to do with medicine and the human body and stuff. I just find it so interesting.
So, Ava, why did you choose to run for Apple Blossom?
I kept seeing the signs up at the high school, and I thought, Apple, that looks interesting. I've seen the royalty at the parades, and I know some of the girls who have been a part of the top 10 in the past, and I decided to look into it and do research, and I just thought the whole idea of the pageant was so interesting to me, and I loved it. And then I had my royalty advisor pushing me to run,
right.
And I figured that why not try it out?
You say your mom inspired you.
Yes.
How so?
Well, my mom is a single mom, and she has 3 kids, counting me. And back home in Issaquah, she ran her own business while taking care of the 3 of us. And then I don't know if it was bravery or craziness or something in between, but all of a sudden she just decided that it would be a good move to drop our whole life and move out to Wenatchee, and she started an entirely new career. And I just think that kind of courage is so inspiring.
This process of Apple Blossom, now that you got top 10,
yeah,
and then you're going through this arduous journey towards the pageant, what's been the hardest thing about this for you?
Definitely balancing school and friends and Apple Blossom. I have had no free time. It's just always homework or going to meetings, and then in the little spare time I do have, lunch breaks at school, I'll spend it with my friends. But even though it's extremely stressful, I wouldn't change anything for the world.
Being a teenager that just moved to the Wenatchee Valley, you have an interesting perspective on this. What's missing here for teens?
I would say more things to do on the weekends. Just because me and my friends will be thinking it's a Saturday night, we've got nowhere to really go. It's either let's go bowling or let's go drive around for hours and listen to music. And those are our 2 options, which are fun, but it would be nice if there were more.
Okay. The pandemic and living through it and getting hopefully on the other side of it now. What has the pandemic taught you?
It's taught me how to be comfortable being alone. I used to always, before it, like want to be with my friends or want to be doing something. And I always had to be busy. And I think when everyone went into quarantine, I spent 3 months alone at home, and we didn't leave because everything was shut down, and I had to get comfortable just being alone and enjoying my own company.
You get to choose one of three things, okay? Skydiving, deep sea diving, or a long drive. Which do you choose and why?
Skydiving.
Really?
Yes. I am terrified of the ocean, so it definitely wouldn't be deep sea diving.
Scratch that off.
Yes, but, and I do like driving, but I would have to say skydiving because I feel like just the adrenaline and falling, and it would be just such a cool thing to experience because not everybody can do it. Like some people are scared, and I do want to go skydiving someday in my life, and I just think it would be a cool thing to check off my bucket list.
Okay, all right. You know, they do have that availability up in Chelan.
I might have to do it this summer.
Ava, best of luck through this whole process, and on behalf of everybody involved with it, we are very proud of all of you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ava Norris is one of our top 10 candidates for the Apple Blossom Festival's Royalty Selection Pageant presented by Kashmir Valley Bank. It's coming up this Saturday right here on the NCWLIFE channel.